What's up? What up, guys? My name is Poe, and today we're going to be talking about the Trials of Osiris. This should be interesting. It's a, game mode, Crucible game mode, event, if you will, just like the Iron Banner and Queen's Bounty. Except for this one, unlike many of the other ones that people just were not happy with, this one should be very, very unique and challenging for a few different reasons. There's going to be an exotic weapon that's going to be exclusive to this. There's very, very unique ways to actually even enter into the tournament, if you will. And there's going to be some hoops to jump through, so it should be pretty fun, unlike the other two, which weren't the most, exciting ones in the world. This one is going to be pretty unique. Now, this one has a level cap of 20, like a minimum entry, if you will, so you can't be level 8 or level 12 running in there. The level advantages are, in fact, enabled, just like they were for Iron Banner, even though I think they were kind of bugged for Iron Banner. It seemed like a level 30 could get crapped on by a level 2, and that's not how it's supposed to be. So hopefully that's fixed by time. This is all ready to be rolled out, and you're actually going to see that level 30s are going to have a distinct advantage over the level 20s participating in these matches. The other things you need to understand about this thing is it's going to be set up in skirmish. It's going to be TDM 3v3, so you're going to need to build the most ultimate team ever. You're going to need to have two of your best friends, even just enemies, if you will. Just get the best team you can to give yourself the best advantages, because this one's going to have a few hoops for you guys to jump through. So here's where things get a little interesting. To participate in the Trials of Osiris, you're going to actually have to go to the Burning Shrine, which is located on Mercury, and we know this because of the little item called the Osiris coin. This Osiris coin says, and I quote, "An invitation to prove yourself on Mercury as one of the Crucible's elite. Each win builds to greater rewards and grants another try." Grants another try. This is also, like I said, why things are going to be competitive and you need to pay attention. If you lose 3 times while participating in this, you get kicked out and you have to earn yourself another invitation. From what I've read, I'm not sure exactly how this is go. It can potentially be a drop from Crucible. I think it may be something because of the exotic bounty that's available, that you may actually be able to just win 5 games and get an invitation. So for every 5 Crucible wins, you may be able to go ahead, participate, and move on and start getting yourself another invitation and access back into the tournament, the trials, if you will. So, on top of that, there's an alternative way to get that, and that's by getting an exotic bounty called an Unknown Patron. And you can buy an Osiris coin for 1 Mote of Light. You guys know what Motes of Light are by now. If you lose 3 times, you get kicked out, you need to buy another Osiris coin. I don't know if the Unknown Patron allows you to continuously buy these Osiris coins, if it's a one-time thing. I'm not sure exactly how that'll work, but we will see what happens when it does get there. But again, you'll need to use a tournament ticket, which you can get from the Crucible, or you'll need the Osiris coins, or even that exotic bounty to get yourself on in there. So I'm sure you're asking yourself, why am I going to go through all these loops? What am I doing this for? I mean, 3 losses and I'm out and I got to try all over again. Well, I don't know. Now, this is going to have some pretty unique stuff. Of course, they're just like the Iron Banner. There's going to be exclusive gear and exclusive weapon for every class as well. Now, there are different grades. I believe there's like quality 80 and quality 100 for different things. Now, the quality 80, I believe, are pre-designated things, just like you would expect to buy something from a vendor where the, different abilities on the weapons do not generally roll. But I'm thinking that because there's level 100 where you can have any of the features and it can roll randomly, I'm thinking that may just be something that you find or you get from leveling up it totally. And the reason I say that is because there is actually an Osiris faction, just like you would have out of the other ones that have been available so far too. Now, I don't know how this is going to happen. Again, that was just theory, something I just feel like may happen, because if you've ever participated and you've bought like the Shadow Price from the Vanguard Quartermaster or something like that, and you see that it has the same stats no matter what's going on it, but if you've actually got one from a Ingram or something, you may see that it has the third eye or some different features on it. That's where those things separate a little bit. Now, moving on over, there are 9 weapons available like usual. 8 weapons available as usual. You got your hand cannon, pulse rifle, scout, shotgun, sniper, fusion, machine gun, and rocket launcher, like you're used to expect out of this. Only 1 of each, and of course they have the 2 different quality levels. The armor type, there are 2 pieces too, and I believe they look differently per class, and again, that goes and scales with the whether or not it's a level 80 quality or a level 100 quality, and they actually look different for each one of them, but they look like traditional things. No confirmation whether or not they're actually going to be able to afford the light level to get you to 30, just like the other ones. A lot of people have been speculating for a while that Trials of Osiris is going to be the Crucible version of the raid, where you're actually going to be capable of getting gear that can take you to 30, but only time will tell, and we'll just see what happens when this gear actually drops. So there's also an exotic bounty, which is exciting, that is coming. It's called the Unknown Patron, and the reward for this is the Fate of All Fools. It's an exotic scout rifle. Now, there are 8 steps that you have to go through, and this can probably clear up some of the earlier things together. First step, win 5 Crucible matches to obtain an invitation. You take that invitation to the bounty tracker to obtain the first test. Then you have to perform feats of skill in the Crucible to obtain the first test. Return to the bounty tracker to obtain the second test. Step number 5, trade motes of lights for Osiris coins. Like we said, 1 mote will buy you 1 coin. Use the coins to compete in the Trials of Osiris. If you lose 3 times, you will need to buy another coin. With 10 wins on a single coin, meaning you have to win 10 games and lose no more than 2 games on 1 coin, or win 25 times total in the Trials of Osiris to obtain the second test. Meaning, if you have the elite team, you go in there, win 10 straight games with only maybe 2 losses, you're going to go ahead and do it. Otherwise, you're just going to have to do this as long as you can and win accumulatively up to 25 times, no matter, you have to get 6 coins and you've lost like 10 times or something like that. Now, return to the bounty tracker to obtain the third test. 7th up, perform kills, headshots, and killing sprees with any scout rifle to obtain the third test. After that, return to the bounty tracker and finally obtain the Fate of All Fools. Now, we don't know exactly what you have to do or how many kills or headshots or anything like that yet, but we can see that this is not going to be the easiest item to obtain, and we also don't know if this is going to be something that everybody can do. We don't know if this is going to be a bounty that you get from just turning in other bounties, and it drops just like a traditional exotic bounty does. We're not sure if just winning 5 Crucible matches gets you that invitation, and everybody is going to have access to getting this exotic. We don't know yet. But that will be something we find out in the future. So with that, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys are as excited for this event as I am. I was kind of let down by the other 2. If you guys have any questions, be sure to leave them down in the comment section below. Please drop a like rating as it always helps the video out. And subscribe if you've not done so far for future Destiny news and gameplay content. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. I'll catch you guys out there.